There are 300 ways to do the same thing on GrandMA. The other day I showed you this sequence and how I can use it to create a random shuffle using a shuffle value in here and having each cue with a different X value. But of course there are other ways to do it. For instance, I created this sequence which just has one of those cues, and instead of only turning it off, we also have a go macro 11 here. You can also use this cue as a temp rather than have a command there. I've heard some people mention that. That's always an option, it's just up to you. So in our recipe line here, we are simply going to have our X block, and our X value is 1, and then we can't see our shuffle, but we have our shuffle set to a value. Now, what this macro does that's being fired is we have a variable called new value, and this adds new value to a variable called +1, which just has the value 1. So it adds them, it increments new value by 1, and then we set that sequence cue recipe property to that value. So every time I press the button, I get another one flashing. Sometimes you see it change. Now this is because I have this in this queue. I can't put it in the off queue because for some reason I'm experiencing a bug where if I put that command in the off queue, it will freeze the sequence and the off queue won't turn off. I'm in version 2.2.5.2. That's relevant. Another argument against using this is that especially with a small selection, you may get the same one flashing twice in a row, which either of those then could be reasons to do it the way I showed you the other day with the whole set of cues. That way you know you will get every single group, but they are in an apparently random order.